Hi, I'm Dr. Vince Wong, and the purpose of this channel is to help you improve your brain health and hopefully give you a deeper understanding of how the human brain works. So today I thought it'd be fun to share 10 of my favourite brain facts with you guys. Most of these I only personally learned in the last few years, and they have completely changed the way I think about brain health and how I treat my brain going forward. So hopefully you guys learned something new from this list. Let me know in the comments how many of these 10 you knew before. So let's get right to the video. Here are 10 surprising brain facts you probably didn't know. Number 1, we've learned more about the human brain in the last 20 years than in the last 2,000 years combined. I think that's so amazing how far we've come. Did you know that the ancient Egyptians used to believe that the brain's only function was to produce snot? So they would literally dig out the brains of people before they did the mummification process. We've come a long way since then. We've now, thanks to modern medicine, we've had advancements including things like the MRI machine, which allow us to look inside an alive brain and see exactly what's going on. So we're gaining a deeper understanding of how a typical brain works in a person, and it's so amazing how much there is to learn about this wonderful organ. There's so much more to come. Number 2, a dehydration level of just 2% reduces our cognitive and thinking ability by up to 20%. So drinking enough water is so key for brain health. And a meta-analysis done in 2018 showed that a reduction of just 2% hydration level, percentage of body weight, decreases our thinking ability, our reasoning ability, all these different cognitive functions in our brain by up to 20%. So this is today's reminder to drink water, so stay hydrated guys. There's tip number 2. Number 3, the brain is extremely fatty. A human brain is a similar consistency to tofu, but if you took out all of the water and were just left with solids, you would have mostly fat. So fat plays so many important roles in brain function. So one of them being it creates a myelin sheath around neurons, which helps to conduct electricity super fast and make the signals more clear and speedy. So it's very much similar to any wire with a plastic coating. This myelin sheath helps to do exactly that in brain function. So remembering to get enough healthy fats. I'm not talking junk food, I'm talking healthy fats, things like omega-3 fish oils. I take a supplement every day just because I'm not sitting around eating salmon all the time. So just to get enough healthy fats in my diet, it's something I supplement and recommend people to do. Just a pro tip, if you're going to be buying any omega-3 supplements, is to look for the EPA and DHA content. These are the 2 active forms of omega-3 which work in the human brain. So those are the things you want to look out for. A higher content is more bang for your buck. So there's number 3, let's get to the next one. Number 4, we use most of our brain even when we're sleeping. So have you ever heard this saying that we only use 10% of our brain? Well, it turns out that was a myth. This idea was popularized by Hollywood movies and lots of other publications, but we now know, thanks to modern research, looking inside the brain, that there's plenty of electrical activity going on in the brain throughout the day, even when we're sleeping. Number 5, our brain processes more than just 5 senses. So yes, we've got sight, hearing, touch, taste, smell, but we've also got equilibrioception, a sense of balance. We've got proprioception, which is spatial awareness. We've got thermoception, which is regulation of temperature, nociception, which is sensing pain, and chronoception, which is a sense of passing of time. And there's probably more inceptions of septions that would be discovered. Number 6 is we have 4 major brain chemicals of happiness, or neurochemicals of happiness. In medical school, I was taught about serotonin pathways and how the most common antidepressant used even today is a group of antidepressants called SSRIs, which stands for a selective serotonin reuptake inhibitor. And what that does is help to boost serotonin levels in some depressed patients, and it helps people. But we've now discovered that there are 4 major brain chemicals of happiness, which are serotonin, dopamine, endorphins, and oxytocin. And these 4 make up a chemical soup of how we feel emotionally. So it's so fascinating to me that we have so much more to discover about the brain, and hopefully modern medicine can find ways to attack some of these other pathways to help depressed patients in the future. So that's number 6. A great way to boost all of these 4 brain chemicals of happiness is to exercise, because exercise has been shown in studies to release these wonderful neurochemicals and help us feel better. So I'm not saying you need to go out and go Rambo style training, but maybe go out for a walk. Maybe, just get outside, get some sunlight, and get some exercise in to boost these wonderful brain chemicals of happiness. Number 7, it's not the size that matters when it comes to the brain. The fact is, Albert Einstein, one of the greatest minds of our time, when he unfortunately passed away, he donated his brain to research, to science. And when his brain was weighed, it weighed around 2.7 pounds. And the average human brain weighs 3 pounds. So Albert Einstein, who's considered a genius by many, actually had a smaller brain than average. Fun fact, so bonus fact, I guess 7.5, is Albert Einstein's brain did have an unusually large number of what are called astrocytes, which are my favourite type of brain cell, and they basically form connections between brain cells. So it's not the size that matters when it comes to the brain, it's mainly its complexity, its ability to make connections between different areas. Number 8, the human brain never stops changing, even in adulthood. A meta-analysis which looked at 40 years of neuroplasticity research showed that in adults who continue to learn, their brain was still changing. So we all know that children have a wonderful plastic brain which allows them to learn things really rapidly, but this process doesn't stop when we get older. So this is today's friendly reminder to keep learning. I personally like to read, so feed your brain new information, and that will make it more powerful in understanding things around you. Number 9, the brain only weighs 2% of our total body weight, but uses up about 20% of our energy, our blood supply, our oxygen. So it's really important to remember to feed your body, which processes it and then transmits it to your brain later on through your gut. Feed it the right vitamins, minerals, all the nutrients it needs to thrive. So that's number 9. And finally, number 10. The human brain is the most complex thing in our known universe. Humanity has done some incredible things as a species. We've got geniuses like Elon Musk sending rockets to Mars. We've got astrophysicists discovering more about the cosmos every day. And just to give a sense of scale, the human brain has around 86 billion brain cells. This number is going to vary depending on which study you look at, but just for a sense of scale, the entire Milky Way galaxy is around 200 billion stars. So if you think about it, we've kind of got half of our entire galaxy between our 2 ears. So I think that's such an amazing fact, a good one to end on. And a good reminder to treat your brain right. It's something we should all be proud of, something that we all have been gifted with. So yeah, that's number 10. So that's 10 surprising brain facts you probably didn't know. If you enjoyed the video, if you learned something new, show some support by hitting the like button and turning it blue. Subscribe for more brain related content, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos. I hope you have a wonderful day. I'll see you in the next video.